The state of Maharashtra, which lies in western India, has been blessed with diverse geographical landforms. Vast mountain ranges, dense forests, fertile lands, perennial rivers, a picture of immense natural wealth. However, in the past few decades, the picture of prosperity has been changing. Reckless felling of trees, overgrazing, and a lack of a comprehensive land resources management strategy has degraded this once prosperous land. In fact, Maharashtra has just about 21% of land under forest cover as against the ideal of 33%. The effect of this is far-reaching. Loss of productivity of the land due to soil erosion, depletion of groundwater level, forcing people to travel over long distances in search of drinking water. Gradual depletion of cattle and livestock. Even cottage industries like making of bamboo articles, beedi manufacturing, etc. have been badly hit. The picture becomes even more grave when we consider the indirect effect of all this on biodiversity and ecological balance. The Maharashtra government has an uphill task of conservation of forests while providing the needs of fuel wood, fodder and timber to the 40,000 odd villages in Maharashtra.
There is a growing concern about the depleting forest resources in India, for which there are social, economic and environmental conditions that are responsible. As regards the investment which is to be done in the forestry sector, there has been continuous thinking that has been going on as to in which direction one should go. The government of Maharashtra therefore entered into an ambitious forestry project, Maharashtra Forestry Project, in 1992 with an initial outlay of 431 crores. It is a matter of pride to mention here that this is the second largest project in the entire world. The project covers most of the important activities of forestry sector like conservation of biodiversity, improving productivity of forests and wastelands, research, training, infrastructure development and modernization in technique and monitoring, etc. The strategy to implement the program is also remarkably different from that which was being followed earlier.
The three apex bodies in forestry, that is the Forest Department, the Forest Development Corporation and the Social Forestry Department, have joined forces in developing a project for restoration of natural wealth of Maharashtra. The main objectives of this project are: control degradation of environment, conserve biodiversity, increase productivity of forest lands, achieve self-reliance of fuel wood production, development of rural economy with the aid of local people. A multi-pronged approach has been developed by the Ministry of Forests to achieve these objectives. Villages in Maharashtra are heavily dependent on forests and forest produce for their basic needs of timber, fuel wood and fodder.
आम्ही काय सांगतो बा, जरी तुम्ही म्हणला का व्यवसाय करत नाही तरी आम्हाला जे लागणार थोडं ते आम्ही आणू शकतो. काय सरपण आणणार, हां व घराला 4 लाख लागली तर ती त्यांच्या विचाराशिवाय ते आणायचं.
It is, therefore, very important for any policy on forestry to address this need first. Unless villages do not achieve self-sufficiency for their needs, the pressure on forests will continue to grow. Under the Village Eco-Development Scheme, 210 villages, of which 60 are in the protected area zone, that is, in national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, or in the vicinity of national parks, have been selected for testing these programs. Under the Village Eco-Development programs, the Forest Department works along with the local people for plantations on community or forest lands. The plantations are made with the intention of fulfilling the needs of fuel wood, fodder and timber of the local people. Extensive soil conservation works are carried out. These programs also help to contain soil erosion and conserve groundwater level and carry out other land and water management activities. Along with the Village Eco-Development Program, a special program called Joint Forest Management is being implemented in another 200 villages, where local people will be involved in protection and conservation of degraded forests. Special Forest Protection Committee is formed under the guidance of Forest Department.
The non-government agencies also are involved in the implementation of the project through the programs of joint forest management and the village eco-development around the protected areas in biodiversity sector, as also in the social forestry villages. The village eco-development will also enhance participation of individuals at the lowest level, and we have also hired services for consultancy for certain specific tasks like administrative reforms, modernization of planting techniques. These consultancies are already in place and they have come to a stage where they have thrown up very many new ideas which shall be having far-reaching effects over the entire forestry sector.
The second major program is Production Forestry. Production Forestry is a very important program which aims to develop plantations over 1,75,000 hectares of land. Species like teak, sisu and sivan will be planted over 70,000 hectares and bamboo will be planted over 1,05,000 hectares of land. These plantations will be done by the Forest Development Corporation. Apart from the highly productive areas of existing forests, there are vast areas of degraded forests in Maharashtra. An effort has to be made to restore these degraded forests back to normalcy, and this is exactly what this project is doing. Under this activity, efforts are being made to rejuvenate degraded forests by protecting the root stocks of such destroyed trees and conserving the buds which emerge from this root stock. Small bunds will be built on slopes to trap water, and plantations will also be undertaken. Bamboo interplantations under this restoration program have shown extremely good results and hence will be undertaken wherever possible. Under this program, in all 1,45,000 hectares of degraded forests will be rejuvenated. Along with the degraded forests, it is also important to bring back life in the eroded and non-productive land. The present strategy does just that. Lands lying on slopes have eroded due to lack of vegetation and have become barren. Water management and conservation program have to be undertaken on these lands. Programs like the Continuous Contour Trenches (CCT) and bundings have been undertaken. Programs like these are labor intensive and provide employment to the local people. During monsoons, the trenches and bunds get filled and plants grow. This helps to control erosion and also increases the groundwater level, since the water trapped in the trenches seeps down and joins the water sources underground. One of the major obstacles in the implementation of any of the afforestation programs is overgrazing. Cattle and other animals not only graze away the young buds and shoots, but also destroy budding saplings by stamping and walking over them. In order to contain the menace of grazing animals and to provide alternate arrangements to feed the cattle, the government has promoted the Fodder Developing Program. This program is being implemented over 10,000 hectares of land. Improved quality grass is planted and the pastures are managed efficiently. The objective of this program is to develop better variety of grass and grass seeds, use silvipasture management, and implement this scheme on both government as well as private lands. This program will ease a lot of pressure on forests and other plantations resulting due to uncontrolled grazing. This brings us to the final part of the master plan, that is, conservation of biodiversity. Maharashtra has a rich wildlife. To conserve it, the government has earmarked several protected areas. National parks, sanctuaries, and other forest parks have also been created, so that the wildlife and the numerous natural species of flora and fauna will be conserved. Thus, the biodiversity will be sustained. To achieve the objective of the various programs, a massive infrastructural support is required. Since the major emphasis is on plantation, better quality saplings are being developed in government nurseries. Modern root trainer technology gives saplings which grow faster, can be produced in large quantities, and are easy to transport. Constant research and development activities are in progress to develop genetically better stock and plantation models depending on geographic conditions. Training is given to personnel to equip them with better knowledge and understanding of the programs. Transport and communication facilities have been revamped to help the Forest Department keep a better control over their territory. The administrative offices have been computerized to be in stride with the times.
For monitoring and keeping control over the entire situation, the decision-making process has to be of necessity to be precise, and that's why the geographical information system is being developed by the Regional Remote Sensing Center, Nagpur, and the Management Information System will be developed shortly, which shall be taking care of the information requirement of the sector, for which large-scale computerization is envisaged to be done in the entire forestry sectors. Already many computers have been put in place, and they have been functioning very, very efficiently, and that's why the information needs of the sector are addressed in a very, very nice manner.
The Forest Department is also reaching out to the people through publicity material like films, brochures, and in-house magazines like these. Recreational facilities like forest parks or Van Udyans also help bring people closer to nature. The task is immense and the path is arduous. Unless we, the people, do not participate in the conservation process, the dream for a green Maharashtra will remain just a dream.